How are you working with your suppliers to combat inflation? Always saying I want to see you on the trail, so here we are on the trail. Welcome to Wolfe's Watch. It is Friday. One of these days, I'm gonna have to do these stairs. If for no other reason, I want to find out where they lead. But instead, today, we're taking this trail. What are you doing to work with your suppliers to combat inflation? You know, earlier this year, as inflation started heating up, which by earlier this year, I just mean 3 months ago, 4 months ago, it was advice that was coming from the quote-unquote experts was this is going to be transitory, was the Federal Reserve's language for it, which just means this is temporary. The economy's opened back up after being closed by the government for most of 2020, so we're seeing a lot of activity. It's hot, you know, there's competition for resources. Supply chains are still disrupted. Well, now we're finding out that it may not be the case. As we talked about in the last session, a lot of CEOs from big corporations are announcing in their earnings guidance, so this is the official communications to the stock market and the business publications, that they're expecting to see inflation continue to accelerate. Not good news, but it's Friday. I promised the last session, the last Wolfe's Watch, that we would talk about tactics to work with your suppliers to protect your company, to protect your profits from inflation, and it is Friday. Again, this is not a gloom and doom series. We're talking about inflation. This is just a, hey, this is what the landscape looks like. How are you going to respond to it? How are you going to prepare to take advantage of opportunities, and how are you going to protect against risks? So if the risks don't come, guess what? You're just in a stronger position. You got a stronger company with bigger profit margin. Yay, that's not a bad day at the office, is it? See, it just gets me so excited that stuff's popping out of my ears. You know, I've been hiking, I got my earbuds in because I've been listening to, for I believe the 6th time, the Tim Ferriss's interview with Bob Metcalf, inventor of Ethernet. I highly recommend it. It's something you need to listen to because as you're scaling your business, there's a lot of wisdom coming out of that conversation. Back to the matter at hand, working with your suppliers. Look, one of the things you need to do is do this kind of stuff. Okay, here's another stairway that just begs to be explored, goes to a trail. It's hard to see in the camera, but there is a trail down here, which on this hillside here, which I think is where you come back up out of this canyon. I'm out on the trail today. Wish you were here. You got to come join us on the trail here, one of these sessions. Part of making sure that you're protecting your profits and honoring your suppliers need to make a profit too is negotiating long-term contracts. Can you renegotiate your contractual relationship with them, especially for the next 18 months? And we'll be talking some more about why that's a crucial period. The point here is, can you lock in today's pricing, or go ahead and bite the bullet and take an increase in order to protect your supplier, but also to protect you from increasing costs over the next 18 months. And this isn't a suicide pact, right? Do something rational, include triggers so there are opportunities defined so that you or your supplier can say, look, everything's going way farther than we thought it would. We need to renegotiate this in order to survive. So I have that built into it, but build that kind of relationship, especially with strategically important suppliers, so that you can lock in your pricing now and focus on internal operations. So that's just one tip for today. Get out, recreate, get on the trail. You know, you should have been out on the trail with me today. If you're in the area, if you're in Southern California, let me know. Let's get out on the trail, walk and talk, and share what we've been learning, and help you get your business moving forward, continuing to scale up in this crazy 2021 economy. So have an awesome Friday evening. Thanks for being part of Wolfe's Watch. I look forward to talking with you in the future, and once again, I look forward to seeing you on the trail.